today's tutorial we're going to go through post-processing part with Mcor Developer M1. It's a two-part adhesive that's combined in equal parts by volume, part A and part B. It's going to be combined together in the measuring cups which were provided. The smaller cup for individual parts, or if we're doing a batch of parts together we may use the larger cup. For a part similar to this turtle we're going to use approximately 5 to 10 milliliters of the fluids, 5 from each one. So the first step is to put on our gloves. These are blue nitrile gloves. They react less than vinyl gloves or latex gloves, and obviously they don't have allergies to latex. So with our gloves on, we're going to take Mcor Developer M1A. Part A is a thicker solution than part B, and so it's more difficult to measure out, therefore we'll start with that. It comes with a foil cap on, so if that's still there, remove it. Take one of our measuring cups, and just by eye we're going to fill up about 3 to 5 milliliters of the fluid. You can see this is slightly thicker, it's like almost like a gel. Give it a twist to stop it pouring. And the first step there is about 2 milliliters. We'll lay it flat to get a proper measurement. Put a little bit more in. In this case we've got about 4 milliliters. So we're going to put another 4 milliliters of the part B. Again, remove the foil cap. And then we have an even pour of A to B. We'll reseal the bottle. And we're going to mix this together. So we can see at first there's two separations, the part A on the bottom and the part B on the top. And we want to achieve a nice uniform, non-swirly mix. And we know that it's been mixed together properly then. We can see the turtle that we're starting with. Using the paintbrush we want to achieve a nice even thin coating with our first coat, and straight away it starts to develop that colour, darken it up and make it a little bit more richer. We can start to see a few more of the details of the print. We'll flip it upside down, we'll see even more details coming through on the bottom layer. Now, we want to make sure that we get into all of the little nooks and crannies if possible. And try to aim for that nice, smooth, even texture coating. We want to avoid any spot where there's pooling occurring. So we see in here where there's creases, we'll try and make sure to spread out that finish. And we can see it's really bringing up the colour. Now this finish will air dry. It takes approximately a couple of minutes before the first coat is dry, and then we'll just go over it with the second just to ensure that we haven't missed any spots and that we've got a good even coverage. So I'm satisfied here that I've gotten everywhere. Nowhere has a high spot or a high gloss compared to the rest. There's no pooling. We're going to leave that to cure for about 5 minutes, and then we'll give it a second coat just to make sure we have gotten every little piece covered. We can use the same can use the leftover remnants because we're going to leave it about 5 minutes. It takes about 24 hours to fully cure, so this won't have gone hard yet. And you can see we've used approximately half of that mixture, or maybe a little bit more, so that was about a good measurement because we are going to give this a second coating. So we've left our turtle for about 5 minutes to cure. We can see the colour has really been brought out. On the underneath we've got a lot more detail than we previously had, and on the top and the sides, so we can see all the little vein structure through the turtle underneath. And we're just going to give this a quick second coating just to make sure that we haven't missed anywhere and that everywhere has the same kind of coverage. So we have a little bit left. It's still fluid in the bottom of our cup and our brush is still usable at this point, so we just spread it on evenly as a second coat. And this will help to maintain that colour quality, prevent any fading, and ensure we have a very striking colour finish. Once we're done with this, we're going to leave the part to fully cure. To be fully cured and ready for shipping, we would normally wait 24 hours before sending something out, but it is touch dry after approximately about an hour or so. If we wanted to further enhance the surface finish, so if we wanted to apply, for example, a dimpled effect or a matte finish or a high gloss finish, we could add to the cured solution with something like a rattle can, spray can of a clear lacquer, so either a matte lacquer or a gloss lacquer, and that'll help us to achieve different surface finishes. If you have a particular part, for example a china plate that you want to have that high gloss china look, or if we had a part that we want to have that matte stealthy look, we could apply a matte finish to it. So that's all done once this part is cured. I'm happy with how this is looking. We have a good even coverage, everywhere has been got, so we're going to leave that there for now. And all we do with what's left, so there's very little left in the bottom there, approximately 1 or 2 milliliters, and we'll just let that go hard before we dispose of it. And the same with our brush, we'll let our brush go hard and then we'll dispose of that as well.